What is this? Is this a well?
That is a
like a
well,
thing.
First of all, there's a fingerprint. Do we know why there's a fingerprint?
windmill.
To hold.
Bruh,
Helps
that's a
hold the
windmill.
You've been to Driftless Glen.
This is not a middle fingerprint. They lied. What is he doing?
It's a thumb. He's picking it up like that. Yeah, that's how you pour.
Welcome back to another Bourbon. We are trying our first Driftless Glen product. This is...
On camera.
What is the official name? It's a port finish.
It's a Driftless Glen
port finish bourbon.
Port finish bourbon from Driftless Glen.
Yes,
And it's just said that.
Taste the American spirit.
it's very red, so you know it's kind of gonna be wine tasting.
And this is a Wisconsin product.
Woo! Shout out to Wisconsin Driftless Glen. You guys are doing stuff right.
Yeah, definitely doing some stuff right. We've actually taken a tour of the distillery.
Private tour.
Private tour.
Just kidding. There's only one other couple that was booked.
Yeah, great place, great people.
And
Us couple went and enjoyed it with
private enough for us.
But this is actually distilled and aged in Bourbon, Wisconsin.
Yes.
It's only like an hour and a half away from here or something like that.
Next to Wisconsin Dells Legendary
Wisconsin
Water
Dells.
Park. Sponsorship.
Redneck like...
You ever been to 8A? You get an A on your report card, you go ride the rides for free.
It's one of the redneck capitals
I
of the
forgot
world.
about that.
Hey.
That was amazing.
Redneck capital of the world.
Oh my gosh.
Mitch had his bachelor party there.
Yeah, I went
Don't go into detail. Just leave it at that.
cruising chubbies.
Destiny rocked my world.
Disney rock my world.
Anyways, let's get back to the bourbon here. That's
sorry.
what people are here for.
All right,
So Driftless Glen Distillery. This is a port barrel finished bourbon. 50% alcohol. That's 100 proofer. Great color.
Great proof.
Less than desirable bottle, in my opinion.
Yeah, we're going for
Kind of
cool
something you
and
would
awkward.
put onto like a medieval weapon of some kind.
I also
It's
don't
just
like...
clunky
it's a blood.
I feel like I'm getting gypped out. Maybe you're not, but like there's not a lot of room in there. Is that even... What is this? Is this...
750.
It's enough room. They're making sure about that.
Just makes you feel like it isn't.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. There's a lot
Now,
of glass at the bottom.
I don't want to do anything mean. I don't want to talk smack about this bottle, but I'm not a fan of the logo. I'm not a fan of the graphic design is
We are windmill haters.
I get it. It's for a purpose. I can't remember. We took a tour, and I can't remember.
We took a tour and we don't know much about it.
But
At the same time,
It's
though,
just an
the
ugly
windmill
bottle.
has no representation to like the area as a whole. It might to Driftless Glen, but just
It's to their building next to the river.
Driftless Glen, if you guys watch this, we love you guys.
Yeah.
I'm just not a huge fan of the logo, and that's fine because what do I know and who the hell are we?
We just like to check out bottles.
Yeah,
We do.
we have to judge things.
The thing that I like most about this bottle is that they give you a little, a couple of grippers there
Yeah.
to pour. Although, like we were talking about before, I don't think that this is legitimate. These are two thumbprints.
Yeah.
So I don't know what this
gotta-
person was doing. They were doing something like that. But I'm gonna get this open. We'll get her poured.
While he's pouring, I will follow up with, if you ever get the chance and you're in Bourbon, Wisconsin, you should go take the tour. The facility is beautiful. It's right on this like fast-flowing creek. They've got amazing food there. They've got a whole bar. You can order anything.
I will say, go with the intent in getting smashed because their pours are extremely generous.
Yeah,
which is not a bad thing, but I'm just saying
we tried a lot of stuff.
You're gonna feel pretty
It's right
good
from
when
the
you leave.
source.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they got nothing to lose. They might as well get their people sauced and you buy more food and stuff.
Exactly.
The facility was super clean though.
Oh yeah.
My
Beautiful
favorite fact was they do yoga in the Rick House, and they said that they have to keep the doors open because the angels cut.
The angels cut. The angels share.
Will get you drunk if you're in there for more than 2 hours, and they do yoga in there.
Yeah.
So all the women
And they love it.
come out of
See,
yoga.
our
like,
ladies love to do yoga.
yeah,
in
it's like
there.
because you're
There's a reason
drunk
for
when you
that.
get out of
Yeah.
there. So, anyways, fun fact about Driftless.
Talk about relaxing.
So finished, poured.
Port finish, wine, smell, taste, look.
I will say, as Wisconsin guys, Mitch grabbed this bottle, and we
did.
didn't know what to expect.
It was the
And-
first one I grabbed, and it was one of the few that we, liked the most out of there.
Yeah.
Distillery, at least when
100%.
we
In
tasted
fact,
there.
This is what we ordered when we first got there. We got to the distillery, ordered a drink, and we all picked this one right away because we know that we liked it.
Yeah, it was our favorite.
The nose initially is sweet. It's sweet, but it's just it's a very pleasant nose.
Yeah.
It's definitely fruity, almost like a fruit punch kind of in it.
Yeah, like I'm getting like Hawaiian punch.
Right.
Like
So-
it's not very citrusy though. It's very cherry.
It's a 4-year finished port wine, so it's been aged for a minimum of 4 years. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's got some age on it. It's not young by any means.
I'm getting a lot of maraschino cherry, like a dark
cherry syrup.
Yeah.
Cherry syrup for sure.
Grenadine kind of.
Grenadine.
Yeah, very grenadine.
Maybe
cherry
a little,
cordial.
Cherry cordial. Maybe a little pomegranate in there.
Oh yeah.
The wine.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me, like port wines. They come in a little tiny mini glasses.
Yeah.
You kind of have them as like a little taster before dinners or with meals, and definitely that idea kind of carries through with the nose. So it's kind of cool to see it. Yeah. Not only
where the legs.
I do get a little alcohol twinge on there.
Yeah. There's a bit of burn.
Can't really get too deep into the glass on that. And 100 proof, it's kind of.
There's some legs.
Right.
Dark color. Obviously, we talked about how red it is.
Reddish color, kind of like the High West Midwinter.
This is one of those that you can't really blind because you'll be able to pick it out of the crowd.
Yeah, it's
good nose though.
Yeah, very
some classic bourbon notes.
Fruit and sweet, yeah.
Oaky vanilla.
Oak, brown sugar, vanilla.
It's actually been a long time since I've had this.
I said a twinge of vanilla before. I'm changing that.
It's starting to get a little stronger.
It's cherry vanilla Coke.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Ooh, cherry vanilla Coke. Yeah, I'm on board with that.
All right, should we dive in?
Yep, let's do it.
Cheers.
Texture is good. Very thick.
Immediately coats. That's the first comment I'll make.
Coats.
I'm getting a lot of that wine kind of taste to it, like the
tannin,
fruity.
I'm getting a little grassiness.
Oh, really?
I know that it's.
No, I'm getting some grass.
It's not rye, but I'm getting a little bit of. It's to me, it's like rye, that grassy kind of rye flavor.
Yeah.
The immediate thing I notice is the oiliness coating. It kind of coats like a wine.
Yeah.
Which is weird because it's just obviously finished. It's not like it's wine, but
it's been sitting in those casks for a while. We don't know how long.
It's just getting that.
The late finish is like I drank red wine. You know how you get that kind of like
drying effect?
Yeah, it's like a dry, bitter.
Oh,
kind of like
a dry.
It's
like
like
squeeze a little bit of relish out of your tongue a little bit.
Like now, I need another sip. Like my tongue is completely dried out.
I would say the finish is probably medium.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Medium finish.
Good texture.
Rich flavor up front though.
Dude, I got a lot of that dry. Like my tongue is dried out right now.
Yeah, it sucks out the moisture.
It's like a dry Cabernet almost.
Yeah, absolutely. Dried fruits. It's very sweet. I even get like a hint of molasses on the end.
Yeah.
Or like a hint of some type of like syrup on the end.
Probably
maybe
grenadine.
That grenadine cordial kind of syrupy mix is kind of in there on the end.
Your classic. You got a pestle and mortar, and there's just a bunch of plums and cherries, and that's just
and that's all it's port.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime there's like a port finish, it's always kind of the same thing. Those mulled dark fruits.
Yeah, it's very like caramely, like very. You get like an initial burst of sweetness, goes into that fruitiness, and then it kind of finishes on that red wine.
Now that you say caramel, I get caramel.
It's very upfront. Like when you take a sip, pay attention to like the first second. It's like slaps you with like some sweetness, and then it kind of goes into that. You get a very brief like vanilla, like it goes from caramel to vanilla, and then it goes right into like the fruity wine,
dry finish,
and then it dries out. Yeah,
man, I'm getting a lot of plum now too.
Dark fruits definitely.
I think what I'm pulling most from this is that dry Cabernet finish and the initial. Fruit sweetness, but then I am getting that hint of rye spice now that you mentioned that.
I got that rye spice right away. That like little grassy note, that kind of like that string of grass. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. If I pay attention to that, like a rye taste.
There, at the initial tasting, it was very prominent.
It immediately
turns
into you get rye, and then it like immediately turns into that fruit and red wine and dries.
Yeah,
like. Ryes are, at least the ryes we've had, have been very like viscous and long finishing. So like you get that spice the whole way. Kind of starts and then just dries out. And
man,
well, so what? This is $55. 100 proof.
Bones.
All right,
$55.
Let's go into it. Try by.
You go first.
You want to go?
I'm rooting for Driftless Glen because they're a local distillery. We've been there, had a good time there.
Yeah. It was a good time.
I would say for 55, you said?
Yeah.
This is kind of right in a sweet spot for $55 bourbon, especially finished.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with buy. I think compared to a lot of things you'll see in previous videos we've done, $50 is kind of that make or break point, and I think this makes it. Being a pour by finish, this is a great capper to an evening of drinking bourbons. I think, in my personal opinion,
it's a nice change of pace.
You get the warm up, you get the crazy one that's gonna blow out your taste buds like Joseph Magnus, and then you kind of taper off with this. So, because of price point, because it's local, and because we like them, I'm gonna say buy.
Yeah. This is a tough one. I need to stop doing this. I tend to think of like all the other bottles that are hitting at the same price.
Bearing.
And life isn't just one giant price point. Like, you gotta just look at things differently. And I'm gonna go with buy, because I think this, as far as like port finishes go, like we've had Angel's Envy, and we've had I'm trying to think of we've had at least Friend. We've had 4 or 5 port finishes.
It's not port, but it's finished. So
that's right.
I know port.
Not port necessarily, but finished like wine.
Yeah. Angel's Envy is finished in port, and I get nothing from their finish. It's just kind of nothingness. This is the most extensive taste of wine in port, and this finish makes a difference. So I think this is something interesting to experience, and for $55, I think it's very easy to buy. If you can find it, it's local, obviously, but
a good way to look at it is this half as good as High West Midwinters?
No,
it's not half as good.
No,
I disagree.
I don't think
it's half as good.
Half as good. So. This is here. It's halfway.
No, I think it's $40 good compared to that. However, I think that extra $15 for how different it is, right? How much of a to have this on your shelf, you look at everything on your shelf, it's completely different. Well, right? And that to me is what sells this product. Is it's
one other
something you crave.
Wrench just to finish off.
Yeah.
Your side is, remember they did say right now, unfortunately, because they were under 8 years old, they have to have a higher price point just to make ends meet on the product.
Oh yeah, as they continue, then
as they grow, they're going to bring some of these costs down a little bit, but they're just so new that they have to have the higher price point to just stay operating.
Yeah, and I'll be very interested in that.
Right.
They are doing some really good stuff over there, and they got a good building, they got good food, a good atmosphere, a lot of friendly people there. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But I'm going to say buy, because I think this one offers something that other places don't. Sure.
I'm going to go with buy as well.
Yeah.
Just because, to me, to get something this high quality from a local place is kind of rare. You're really not going to see many spots that are just local. It's not
outside the south.
I don't know if I consider it. It's probably a craft distillery at this point. But you're not going to get something this high quality out of a distillery near you. This is kind of rare. We haven't really tasted anything like that from the other distilleries in this area. This has been a standout. The second we tried this, we were all thinking the same thing. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. Never would have tried it. Never would have bought it on the shelf for that price. So maybe for us it was more of just a name recognition thing. We saw it, we kind of knew it was local, we didn't want to try it. You ended up buying a bottle, we tried it, and we were really pleasantly surprised. So that's why I would go ahead and buy it. I mean, at $55.
This is a new offering too. This, I think, was
you're getting a
this year new thing to try.
And honestly, the stats, they add up to it.
Yeah.
That's why I would buy it, because you're talking about a 4+ year old bourbon.
Yeah.
Finished in a separate cask, right? So they're taking
which
it out of one, they're
finished.
putting it into another, which takes time and effort, right? And then it's 100 proof. So they're not watering it down a bunch. They're keeping it at 100 proof. At 90 proof, this wouldn't be good.
No,
right?
it wouldn't.
At 100 proof, it becomes worth $55 to me. So the fact that they're doing those things, that's why I'm a buy.
They're doing things Basil Hayden isn't.
Exactly.
So a company like this can pull that off. Companies like that who make a lot more money, have a lot more room.
They can definitely do it.
Don't do that.
Just choosing not
This
to.
is the reason why you buy bottles like this instead of Basil Hayden.
Show them some love.
Yeah.
For what they're doing.
It's a quality bourbon. I would buy it all day long. $55. I don't have a bottle yet. I'm gonna buy a couple. I just haven't gotten around to it.
They're gonna keep doing it. Apparently, they were very successful with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're doing yearly stuff. Probably not yet. They're still pretty young.
They'll expand.
But this was something new, and it was a hit. So
cool.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Have you tried Driftless Glen? Can you get it? Have you heard of them? I think they're starting to make a name for themselves. I know locally, like, you say their name and everyone's like, oh yeah, over there in Baraboo, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, let us know if you've tried it or if you tried any other Driftless Glen products. Thank you for watching. Comment, subscribe to our channel. New videos every week. We'd love to hear from you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.